Last week I was teaching, and I had made a comment that Jesus never performed a miracle himself. And I had a minister approach me on that afterwards, and he said he never realized, he never thought about it. And I think what we miss is that Jesus came as a man, and that being a man, he was just like you and I. And it was not until he was baptized in the Holy Spirit, when he was baptized in water by John, that his ministry took off. And you'll find out that Jesus' ministry took off with the first miracle was the water being turned into wine. And that was after the Spirit of God came upon him. And looking closely at what Jesus was saying throughout his ministry, it was constantly, I'm not doing this on my own. I'm not doing this of myself. That my Father is giving me all my direction. My Father is showing me what to do. And why this is important is because if we don't see the man side of Jesus, we will see an impossible approach to being a Christian. I mean, who can become like Jesus? None of us. But we can become like him because as a matter of fact, he instructs us to. We can become more like Jesus by recognizing the power of the Holy Spirit in every one of us. I mean, just imagine. See, I can't heal anybody. I can't set anybody free. I can't cast out demons. But Jesus did. But he did it through the power of the Holy Spirit. And he turned around, he gave that authority to the disciples and said, okay, you guys go do what I did. He had the power and authority to do that because the Father gave him that. Well, when Jesus died and resurrected, he told the disciples, he says, now I want you to go wait in Jerusalem because the power is going to come upon you and you're going to have, dunamis is the Greek word, you're going to have power to heal, to cast out demons, to set people free. And he's actually told you and I the same thing. Now, I want to read some scriptures to you real quick. In John 5:19, Jesus said, the Son of God can do nothing of himself. John 5:30, he says the same thing. By myself, I can do nothing. John 7:16, he says, my teachings are not my own. John 12:49, he says, for I did not even speak. His preaching, his speaking, all came from the Lord. He all came from God. And so he's at God's mercy the same as we are at God's mercy today. And then he turns around, he calls his 12 disciples, and he gave them authority. Well, the authority he gave them was the authority that the Father in heaven had given him. And so even after his resurrection, he said, Jesus tells the disciples, but ye shall receive power after the Holy Spirit has come upon you. And so my point is, we need him. We need his power. And we need to be aware of that power. You know, a lot of us sometimes we're afraid to pray for somebody for healing. Just pray. Pray. It's not your power. It's not your strength. All the Lord needs is a conduit for you to lay hands on that person or just stand there and pray. And let the Holy Spirit do what he wants to do. And so I just wanted to encourage you with this today.